It wasn't me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say we had metastatic, Montreux, cellular sarcoma of, let's say, the brain. Okay, how are we going to code that? Remember our plan. We want to find out, where does this usually start? It's not. Monstro, whoops, should be an S in there. Monstro.
C71.9.
Sorry. Monstrocellular. So what did we find out? Okay, C71.9 is unspecified site. So that's going to be where it usually starts.
The brain.
C71.9 is the brain. Okay, so what do we know? We got a primary site, but it's metastatic, so we got an unknown secondary. And I believe that's C79.9, is that right? Unknown secondary. Okay.
She gotta make this more and more complicated.
I know. Let's try. Let's try another carcinoma. Let me find one. Let's try female chorionic. This is a female. Chorionic. Is that right? Chorionic. Let's see. Chorion. Yep, I see. Okay. Chorionic carcinoma of the lung. So where does it usually start? Is that C58?
Yeah.
Okay, placenta. So now what? Now we know the placenta's primary. The lung is secondary. But what are we going to code first? Lung. That's going to be our PDX, and that'll be an additional code. Okay. All right, see? Yeah. I think so.
It seems
Unless-
like a limited time in your life that you're going to be able to get cancer of the placenta.
But I guess it could be that she's already had this and the placenta's gone,
Oh.
so it might be a history of, but that's not the way it was given to you. So,
When the placenta's gone, is the cancer gone too?
well,
Does it go with it?
the placenta part would be
So
gone.
what went to
So
the-
as long as it's not being treated, which how would they treat it if the
Primary would be
placenta was
the-
gone?
The lungs.
Good example.
That's going to be a fast growing.
Yeah, real fast. Okay, so feeling a little bit better about that? All right, at the bottom of page 451, it's talking about, well, what happens when you don't get a site? All you get is the morphological type. Okay, the example they give you there is that metastatic apocrine adenocarcinoma, but it doesn't tell you where it is. Okay, So they're telling you there that you do what we've been doing. You look up the morphology type and look at unspecified, unless you get one code like renal cell, but if you get more than one, then you go to unspecified site. See down at the bottom, you get that C44.99. That's going to be your primary site. Since there was no site given, we got nothing to compare it to. They say just code that as primary with an unknown secondary. Okay. So, let's say we had metastatic chromophobe carcinoma. Chromophobe. CHROMOPHOBE. So C75.1 is going to be your principal diagnosis. And where is that? Endocrine?
You're close.
Okay.
Close for
It
one.
doesn't say which one, it just says endocrine? Huh? Pituitary? Okay. Pituitary, so then you'd have an unknown secondary.
Who's in there?
Alright. The other thing it talks about there in that last, where it says no site stated, it talks about disseminated malignant neoplasm, and that's codes out to C80.0. That is where the patient is so advanced, they've got cancer all over them, and they really can't determine what's the primary and secondary site. You probably heard them say, we took somebody to surgery and opened them up, and they were full of cancer, and we closed them back up. It's that kind of scenario. It's too far advanced to even figure out where it started and where it spread to. Okay? And that's one of those, if you look up at the top, that's one of that C80.0 and C80.1 where you're going to look at this list to code it. Okay? Or just code the C80.0. And then it gives you the two codes for malignant primary unknown and malignant secondary unknown. All right, let's try on page 452, let's try code number 2, 6, 8, and 14. 2, 6, 8, and 14.